everybody, my name's Wendy Buck. I'm a star director with Tupperware, and I've been with Tupperware for 2 years. My story probably starts about 3 years ago. I was a crazy hot mess. Like, I am one of them people that is just like overwhelmingly busy, always on the go. I just didn't even know half the time if I was coming or going. I have 9 kids. I had a job outside the home at the time, plus a business that we own that I'm an integral part of, and it's basically like having 2 jobs. And I just, with the kids and their activities and things like that, I was just constantly on the go. No time. Like, I literally fall over at the end of the day exhausted. And at that time, I got invited to a Tupperware party by a friend from high school. And I was like, cool. My mom had Tupperware. My grandma had Tupperware. I knew what Tupperware was. I just didn't even know they were still around. So I was really excited because I was like, oh, I can get some Tupperware. That's awesome. So I attended the party, and it was so cool. I was like, wow, not only did they have all those things, I remembered like the salt and pepper shakers and the Piccadilly and the bowls. But they had all this really cool, neat, new stuff, and I was like really intrigued. At the time, my friend tried to talk to me about the Tupperware opportunity, and I was like, whoa, don't waste your breath. Not interested. Been there, done that. I'm way too busy to mess with something like this. And because over the years, I had tried a lot of different things, work from home. You have a large family like me. I was always in search of like a work from home opportunity, things that would let me spend more time with my family and not be away from the house. But all the things I tried didn't work out. I had been with another DS company. I ended up disappointed and disillusioned, and I just didn't want to hear anything about any opportunity, to be honest. But I did say I will book a party because there's a lot more Tupperware that I want to get. So I did that, and I had my party. And one of the things that I got was a set of Fridge Smart containers for free from my host rewards. So I was super excited about that because when she talked about them in the party, I just thought, well, that's awesome. I could use those. I'm constantly throwing away produce. And when you have a large family like mine, waste and throwing things away makes you crazy because you're trying to keep your grocery budget somewhat under control. And it's hard with a large family. So I was like, oh, if them things work like that, I am in, So I was certainly excited to be having them on the way. And I got them in and I put them to work, and after a few weeks, I was like, oh, these things are actually super amazing. Everybody needs to have these. Do people even know about this? And a little light bulb did come on, but I was still not at all thinking about the opportunity. But I did get a hold of my friend and say, hey, I'd like to book another party. Because I thought, if those Fridge Smarts work as good as she said they did, I bet a lot of those other things that she talked about in the party work just as well. So I wanted more. And I booked another party, and during that party, she talked about the cookware set, which she hadn't talked about in the other party. So I was intrigued because I really needed a new set of pots and pans. So I said, well, how much are they? And she told me. I was like, yeah, I can't afford that. And she said, well, you could use one of your half-offs from your hostess rewards on it. And I'm like, yeah, still can't afford it. It's just not going to fit in my budget right now anyway. But I'll keep it, maybe I can save up and get them at some point. And she said, well, Wendy, Tupperware has this really great program for new consultants called the Confident Start Program. And one of the things you can earn is the set of cookware for free. Now I was listening. So I made her basically give me the entire rundown on the business, how everything worked. And I said, all right, here's the deal. I'm going to sign up, but I'm here to tell you all I really want is the cookware, and probably if and when I get that, I'll probably be done. And she said, fine. So that's what I did. I joined, and my only goal was that cookware set. And I worked my butt off and got that cookware set in 8 weeks. I was like bound and determined. I'm not kidding. I was all in. I wanted that cookware. So I got the cookware, and I had to sit down and be like, okay, now what? Like, I really wasn't sure if I even wanted to have a Tupperware business. And I had to really reevaluate at that point. And I realized they'd had so much fun doing it. Like, I met great people. The parties were fun. It fit well into my life, even with my job, which I still had at the time. I had no problem, fitting this in and not taking up a whole ton of my time. And, I had no problem, fitting this in and not taking up a whole ton of my time. And, I had no problem, fitting this in and not taking up a whole ton of my time. And, I had no problem, fitting this in and not taking up a whole ton of my time. And, I had no problem, fitting this in and not taking up a whole ton of my time. And, I had no problem, fitting this in and not taking up a whole ton of my time. And, I had no problem, fitting this in and not taking up a whole ton of my time. And, I had no problem, fitting this in and not taking up a whole ton of my time. And, I had no problem, fitting this in and not taking up a whole ton of my time. And, I had no problem, fitting this in and not taking up a whole ton of my time. And, I had no problem, fitting this in and not taking up a whole ton of my time. And, I had no problem, fitting this in and not taking up a whole ton of my time. And, I had no problem, fitting this in and not taking up a whole ton of my time. And, I had no problem, fitting this in and not taking up a whole ton of my time. And, I had no problem, fitting this in and not taking up a whole ton of my time. And, I had no problem I met such great people on the rock on team that have become really good friends with, and I thought, I think I'll just keep going and see where it leads. But honestly, even at that point, I didn't have a lot of faith because I'd done things in the past that had gone really good in the beginning, and then they just sort of fizzled out. So I kind of was expecting the same, but I decided to just sort of ride the wave to see where it led. About a month later, I stepped up to director, and at that time, shortly after that, I got my car. Brand new car, insured and plated, that I get for free. And then I earned a trip for Disney for 4. Was able to take the twins to Disney. And not too long after that, I stepped up to star director, and I earned another trip to Hawaii, which we're going to leave on in March. So it's been it's not fizzled out. I'm very pleasantly surprised to sit here today and tell you that, 2 years later, nothing's changing. In fact, if anything, it's become more. So I'm really pleased that I listened and that I took this chance, because I wouldn't be in the position I am today. I no longer have the job outside the home. This is what I do. I love what I do. It's so much fun, and it's something I can do whenever I want, wherever I want. So it fits into my lifestyle very well. In fact, when someone tells me they're too busy for this, I tell them being busy is what makes it perfect for you, because you don't have to, sit down for 5 hours and work this job. This is something you can do 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. It's very easy to fit into your life. You make the schedule, you make those decisions, so it can fit anybody's lifestyle. But that's my story, and that's where the adventure has taken me so far, and I wanted to share that with you. I hope you're enjoying this information, and there's much more to come. I am glad you're all here, and I look forward to seeing you later when I am back to do some drawings.